to open up the breathing system. Sometimes there's some tension in the diaphragm, in the belly, in the chest. And what we can do, we can use the breath to stretch these parts, meaning that if I breathe down into my belly and I create some vacuum, some pressure, and I push down on my diaphragm and squeeze, and I feel this, it's very hard on the sides, on the front, on the back. I start to stretch and I start to open up my diaphragm and these muscles. And I also create a bit of massage for my internal organs. And the same way for my chest, if I feel that I have some tightness in my chest, I take a full breath and I sort of open even more and I stretch and I press the air that I have here towards outwardly. And then I create some stretch and I create some openness. So if you have some tightness in the upper part or middle part of your chest, this is a great way to start to open up your breathing system. Many years ago, I used to slouch a bit, like I had my shoulders like this a bit, and I was walking around. And I started to use my breathing. I breathe in, and I start to stretch and push the air upwards. And at some point, this just released and let go. I had to do this for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe not every day, but I used to do it a couple of times a day, a few days a week. And I really felt that this stretch opened up all this breathing system. So let's do this a few times. Breathe down into your belly. Fill it up as much as you can. And then press downwardly. You contract a bit your chest to limit the flow up, and then you press down. And you feel this. And relax and let go. And do this a few times. Breathe down into the belly. And really squeeze down, all the way down to your genitals. Now don't squeeze 100% or full power like crazy. You might feel some pressure in your head. It's all okay. When you press down, some blood flow will go up because of this pressure. This is okay, but don't squeeze too hard if it's uncomfortable. Breathe out. Try again. Breathe in. Press down. Almost like you're going to the bathroom, like your perineum pushes out a bit, but don't go to the bathroom. Keep it closed. But press down and allow this stretch of your pelvic floor. And press down. And relax and let go. So this practice, very, very good. You're putting pressure and you're squeezing the blood flow, the lymph flow, in any parts that are tight there. There is blood vessels and many, many pathways along these, the lower part of the body. And as we put some pressure, we squeeze any tightness away and we start to create some flow, especially the pelvic flow, to open this, to create some flow of blood there. It's a very, very powerful place, and there's a lot of hormones coming from there. So we want to keep an openness there. So doing this stretch, do 10 times the stretch. You breathe down, press, and hold. Hold it for about 8 to 10 seconds. And then take a break if it feels too intense. Same thing we do with the chest. Breathe, full breath in, open the chest fully. And then press it outwards like wings going in this direction. Squeeze your belly up, put more pressure here, and squeeze outwardly. You have ribs all the way up here, and you want to stretch this. They have muscle on both the inside and the outside, the intercostals. And relax, let go. And again, full breath in. Open, lift, and stretch. And relax and let go. And do this 10 times. And you can feel there is some heat coming here. There's a lot of energy in these muscles because they can move in and out. They they generate a lot of energy. So when we breathe, we will also generate a lot of energy from those muscles being used in and out, in and out. And they're pressing towards each other and against each other because one is pushing out, one is pushing down. So we can start to find a lot of control in our rib cage because they can go in and out. It's very, very powerful to start to do this. Last one you can do, you take a full breath in and you squeeze your shoulders forward and you squeeze this backwards. So you start to stretch your back ribs and push the belly up and you squeeze. You stretch your back. And relax. Again, breathe in. Belly in, chest back, shoulders forward, and you press. And you want to squeeze and put pressure towards your ribs to create some blood flow, direct some oxygen there, and to open and stretch those muscles. Do that 10 times until you feel that this is open and that you can use this. That there's a freedom in your body to breathe, there's an openness. And if you feel there is any tension, if you feel a lot of tension here, you breathe and you squeeze the stretch with the air towards that area. You direct the flow of blood, oxygen, and you stretch those muscles. Yeah? So this is a great way to start to open up your respiratory system. And this will help to that you can efficiently oxygenate your body.